Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Let's Play Gothic. Now, in the last episode, we finally managed to do all the quests in New Camp to be able to join it, if we so wanted. Now, to show you a little bit of a bug, I believe I haven't shown it yet, something like this. Haha! We now jump down that little bit of a cliff without getting hurt. And it's actually a very interesting trick that makes going down cliffs quite easy and effortless. You just have to jump off and then press backwards, so as if you would block an enemy blow. And that's about it. You don't need to do anything else, just press backwards and let gravity do the rest for you. Now, before we go to the old camp, we're going to kill some things here. I'm not sure if I can kill the lizards yet, but I'm going to try it out anyway. If we die, and we know we can't take them yet, but otherwise, we might be able to. There we go. Now, lizard, come to me. It's the same thing with the lurker, by the way. Nope. Well, that's actually okay, I believe. Damage-wise, that sounds good to me. And there are a few scavengers over there. Very nice. More experience. And I believe there is a cave back there. Oh, there are some dudes in here, actually. Oh, didn't remember that.
What the hell are you doing here?
What the hell are you doing inside here? Whoa! Whoa, 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 dude! I didn't know they attacked me, but...
Come back.
Well, if you want to attack me, do it right, you know? Come on.
Put the damn weapon away! Do you want me to mess you up? Put that thing away!
Put that thing away! Put that cookie down! No!
Sad performance! A tiny gust of wind and he would have toppled over anyway!
Let's take all this stuff. And also heal up. And for this I'm going to drink 2 potions now. Well, that's one of the dudes taken care of. But I believe that his other people are not going to take this lightly, are they?
Put the damn...
Oh! Oh! I was
You'll
stuck
be
in
sorry for that.
not being able to attack here. That sucks. But this time we're gonna get closer to him.
Let's see. Sad performance! A tiny...
Right. Let's loot him first. And then you. Right! And we now have more stuff in our inventory.
You'll be sorry for that.
Doubt
What
it.
the hell are you doing here?
You won't have much time to be sorry
He's had
for it.
enough.
Right. And again, we threw him to the ground.
You're looking... Get lost.
Actually, I'm not looking for trouble, but you guys made it obvious that I have to do something against you. For some reason, actually, these weed mixers here, I'm not sure why they
You'll be
actually
sorry
attack me.
for that. What the...
Alright, seems he doesn't like us at all. Is the other guy coming too? No. Wouldn't have been good for you anyway. So anyway, we now basically destroyed 3 people. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! That shouldn't have happened. Now, to get out of there, I'm not really sure how. Oh, we can swim through the wood. Well, wasn't that obvious. Well... Oh, there we go. Whew! We actually came out alive. Well, that's a new one. Unless there's something inside here. Which I don't think there is. Nope. That's a problem with the camera, by the way. Sometimes it's really weird. But as long as we don't die, everything is good and fine. Now, let's have a look inside these two huts here. Let's see if there's anything out of value that we could rob. Nope. Well, anyway, we're going on for some scavenger hunting. Bam. Alright, more meat. More meat is always good. And especially some more mushrooms here. Unfortunately, there are no badgers or snakes, but mushroom alone is also good. Let's collect these and then go over to the blood flies, which would be the next enemies that we're going to slay. Oh, stay there! Blood fly! Stay there. Oh, really? Well, gonna do it this way then. And the next one down. And all of them down. Wonderful. There's a few more free experience points. Always good to get experience at any given time in the game. Now, let's get back to the old camp, shall we? Also, I think I have to pick up something down there. A Seraphis. Good. Now, the more I level, the higher the chances are that I might be too strong for the monsters outside. Because the game has a very, let's say, strange learning curve. It's very hard in the beginning. It's kind of getting a lot easier in the middle. If you know what you're doing, that is, of course. But it has a very weird curve. And the beginning is very hard, the middle is kind of very easy-ish if you know what to do. And the end is, again, a little bit harder. Nothing a problem there. Also, the first wolf down. I believe at least it was the first wolf. Whoa! There's a lizard! Holy moly! Didn't know there's a lizard up here. But it's dead now. It was guarding mushrooms and a Serapis. Interesting. Do I see a pattern there? I don't think so. There's a chest over there by Aiden. Let's talk to Aiden. Come on, talk to me. Oh, maybe don't talk to me. Alright, I think this is the only guy we can learn skills for beasts out here. Other than the first ones. Oh. We can actually open it without him being angry at us. I like that. Now this is done. I believe we have 14 points again. Yes. So we are going to talk to Cavalorn and get ourselves the skill for sneaking. Why, might you ask, would I want to do this at this point? Well, it's a pretty easy thing to get at this point. And I do tend to, well, kind of get things out of chests in the night in the old camp at some point. Because I like to get things that
Can you teach me
don't
something
belong to
about
me.
hunting?
That depends.
So,
I want to learn how
sneaking
to
it
sneak
is.
around.
Good idea.
That's most important if you want to enter hunts. To
Yep,
get
that's
somebody
exactly what I want to
If
do.
you bend your knees when walking, you can see the floor better, and you have better control over your body as well. But everybody will notice you in this posture, so make sure nobody sees you when you sneak around. Keep in mind what I told you, and above all, never get caught.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Now, before we move on, I'm gonna take a quick nap here, because we're already half health, and we don't want to continue with this low life. So, we can now sneak, and the next thing I'm going to learn is lockpicks level 2, because that will enable us the possibility of sneaking into every hut that we desire, especially in the night anyway. You shouldn't do this during the day, by the way. If you really wanted to rob all the huts, don't do it during the day. It is incredibly hard to do this properly during the day, and I tend to not do that during the day. It would probably take a full night to rob all the huts in the old camp, but it's worthwhile, I feel. And with that I mean you get quite a good amount of ore, you get good other items that you might be able to sell later on, so you have a lot of things that you might need later anyway. So that's always good.
Hang on, better not go run.
So, let's talk to Thoris. So, about Mordrak.
He's never gonna show his face around here again.
I'd have felt happier if you'd killed him.
Well, at least it's done now, so... Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's that creeping all about?
Indeed. So if you... What? Stop doing that.
Creeping about here for?
If you press shift, then you enter sneaking mode, like that. No, it's actually not shift. What key is it? Huh. Is it control? No, that's actually walking. What is sneaking? I can't remember. A or number? Oh, A's bad. No. 8 is very bad. I kind of did save that, didn't it? Interesting. Okay, running is going to be on... I don't actually know what key. This. I don't actually care. Just not the other key. That is fine. Now, to go to the swamp camp and finish off Dexter's mission should be our first priority. If we can walk normally again, that is, like now. And that is something we have to work on as well. And since we're already on the way down there, let's kill some more blood flies, shall we? It's just 3 of them. Should be able to take them out quite nicely. If we hit, that is. And afterwards, I believe there's some lizards nearby we also want to take care of. Should be about 3 or 2 lizards back here. And the more things we kill, we're not going to go over there to the other side though, because I will be going there later anyway. There's 2 lizards, 3 lizards, 4 lizards. Anyway, come on. Oh, there's a one swimming over there actually. That's one down. And that's the second one down. And that's this one. Ugh! Whoa! I couldn't attack there for a few seconds. It was very hard to get out of that stun lock. But we managed. So we should be fine. And what is this, by the way? Oh, it's a lab flask. Okay. We don't need any lab flasks. We need bread. We need health. I'm gonna eat 4 lumps of bread. That should be fine for now. To be able to not die from any kind of wilderness monsters that we might come up against right now. So, back to the swamp camp it is, because I believe we only have that recipe stuff now. And that means that we don't have any other quests for the time being. Other than joining the various factions. And that is why I asked about the question about what camp to join. And I'm also going to take a 1 week's break from here, from Gothic, so you can decide without having to, well, to do it too quickly. So everyone can get up their opinion, what I should join, or why I should join and stuff. So you can vote whatever camp you want. Old camp, new camp, swamp camp. Just remember one opinion I say. 1 vote per person. Then we'll see what camp we're gonna join. Personally, I've played all 3 types of camps. And I don't see any of those superior to any of the others. So it basically doesn't matter in the way of how the game ends anyway. It does matter a little bit in the coming armor types, but it's not such a huge difference. And another lizard bites the dust. So it's basically equal, with a few differences in various stats, as I previously said, in a few points into more defense from weapons or arrows and magic, depending on what faction you choose. But other than that, it's actually pretty even, and there is no real problem with either of these. So that's always good to have 3 factions, but only distinguishing them with small things. I wouldn't like a faction that, for say, let's say, has a huge amount of magic defense, but doesn't have anything against weapons, and the other way around. I'm just not a big fan of it. Because I like my factions to be distinguishing themselves through what we actually have to do, rather than the actual armor itself. Well, the looks obviously are very different from each other, but the actual stats are pretty close. Now, let's do some more cooking here with the pan. Shouldn't be too much meat. And once we've done that, we are going to go to Colom. Because Colom is the dude we want to talk to. Well, I'm not really sure about talking, really, but rather robbing his chest, but maybe we can get some more info out of him. About how to open the chest, perhaps? I don't think so, but possibly where he keeps it. Exactly. Now, let's get up the stairs.
It was obvious that there would be trouble ahead.
Alright, so we're inside. Now, basically what you can do and should do is just to sneak around him. He doesn't notice you, even if he is like looking at you right there. I believe this is the chest we can't open yet, but this one is the one we can. Left, 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 right. That should give it. And that's his recipe. Now, let's talk to him.
What do you want?
Okay.
One of the merchants
How about
from the old
talking to
camp
him
would like
about
to have a
that,
recipe
since
for
we
a
already
human
have
potion.
it?
My recipes are not for...
Okay.
I'll be.
May the...
Well, anyway, we're gonna talk to him just for a second to see if we can join the Brotherhood at this moment. If not, then we have to see what
What do
quests
you-
we need to do.
I would like to join the Brotherhood. I've heard you're the master of the novices and that you decide who's allowed.
I don't have time. My experiments are too important for me to spend any time on new novices. I'll rely
Thank
on
you.
the judgment of the Baals. When they say you're ready to wear the robe of an...
Okay, are we ready to wear the
What do
robes,
you
is
want?
the question?
I think I have convinced the Baal Oren says
Carry on.
Baal Kadar considers me a receptive. Baal Nabib is convinced that I'm
And?
Baal Tundral.
Good. Here.
I'll be
Okay.
seeing you.
May the...
Anyway, that's the stats for our robe. It's, I believe, 15 and 10. And we can actually look that up. No, it's 30 and 15. What? Oh yeah, it replaced the pants. That's right. I wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, it replaces the digger's trousers if you take your actual armor the first time. So basically we can now join the Brotherhood as well, if we so desire.
What do you...
I'm just gonna talk this sentence, so we can do that next time we come here. Now also to get down from here, pretty easily, do this. And maybe talk to one of these smithies here. I believe he might be the one.
I'd like to.
Good.
Yes, trade with you. Do you have ore? No? No ore? Hmm. He has a pipe though. Well, not that I want a pipe, but still. Right. So, we are going to take the recipe back to Dexter. And that should conclude every possible quest that we can do pre-joining one of the factions. And that is awesome, because that enables us to join any of the 3 factions that we so desire. And I like having choices. I'm not the one who just wants to go one path and that's it. I like to experiment with a few different things. And it's always good to know that games do let you do that. Although the actual main storyline in this game is not different from whether you join faction 1 or 2 or 3. But it differs on, I believe, in the first few quests a little bit from that. But other than that, there is not really a huge difference. You get the same quests, basically, in the storyline, and you get the same stuff. Rewards are a little bit different, depending on what path you choose, or what faction to join, rather. But after a certain time, I believe in chapter 2 or chapter 3, there is more or less only the main storyline left, so you're going to fight with what you have, weapons-wise and armor-wise. And so there can be a small difference depending on what armor you have, but the experience doesn't vary too much from it. And with experience, in this case, I mean the gaming experience doesn't differ too much from each. So that's always good to know that that is the same, and not too different from each other. Well, you probably couldn't program like 3 main storylines depending on what faction you choose and the various interactions between those things and stuff. That is very hard to do, probably. Especially in a world like this, where you just have one world that is basically loaded on one time, and things are just getting different from there. People placed in different locations, flags set for specific things and stuff like that. So, Dexter should be around here. I believe it's him. There we go. Okay, there you go.
I have the recipe you wanted.
Very good. Show it to me.
There you go.
Good. Now I can produce the potions myself. You are a good man. I'll tell Diego about it.
That sounds
Here you
good to
go.
me.
Take that for your...
Show me.
Right, let's see what he has, if he has these potions now. I believe there should be those. Now, anyway, we're gonna go to Diego. And that should be it, I believe. For now. I'm just gonna check quickly if we could join the old camp at this moment. I believe we can, because we have done everything they wanted to.
Let's talk about something else.
Right, let's have a save before we talk to him. Because I don't want to end up, like, joining them.
What about my esteem within the camp?
I've talked to a few people.
And?
Scatty told me you defeated Kurgo. And he's anxious to see if you'll challenge Karim. Whistler told me the story about Fisk.
Well, we've already
Sly
heard that
told
before.
Fingers told me that you've really managed to get the recipe from Kalam. Dexter, Thoris says we could make use of someone. You also passed the test of faith. Go to Thoris.
What do I have to do when I meet Gomez?
That's the other question.
Gomez's decisions are made from gut instinct. He'll look at your mug, and then he'll make up his mind if you can
Great.
join.
If not, well,
From now on, you'll have to get by on your own. Make the bet.
Take care.
alright, so we basically could join the old camp as well, if we wanted to. But before we continue, I'm gonna take a nap in Diego's hut, because he's a good friend of ours, and he certainly doesn't have anything against that. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna talk to Taurus.
Diego says I'm ready to see Gomez.
That's my decision.
Well, great.
What do you decide?
I must admit, you seem to have done most things okay. Okay, you can see Gomez. He alone will decide whether you get to join us or not. From now on, you're...
Okay. Now that means that I could join every of the factions I so desire. However...
Stop!
What?
Relax. I've talked to Thor.
Oh, I won't forget your face, Pat.
Well, he's standing right there. He could have told his guards that I'm actually allowed in. Right, so this is the inner courtyard of the castle. And there is one guy I would like to talk to. I actually think I just jumped by him. This is this dude.
Do you sell weapons and armor?
Skip deals with the weapons. I just
What kind of armor have you got on offer?
only armor for guards. And you're no guard.
Alright, so Skip is the one we actually want to talk to. I believe he should be near the forge. Yeah, there he is.
What do you do here?
I take care of the god's weapons.
Do you sell weapons?
Only to Gomez and his men.
I get it.
Alright, so yeah, we can only get stuff if we talk to Gomez first. Or if we join the old camp, that is. Now, before we end this episode, I want to talk to the mage that is standing in front of here. Because you remember, we have a letter for the fire
You may
mage.
not cross this doorstep unless Master Caristo allows it.
I'm looking for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
That is Caristo. What do you want with him?
I have a letter for the High Magician of the Circle of Fire.
Are you a messenger from the outside world?
No, I just
Yes. The
thought
magician
I
gave me
could
the
drop
letter
in, you
shortly
know.
before they threw me into the colony.
Show me the letter.
Here it is.
This letter is addressed to Zardus.
What's so exciting about that?
Zardus has not been a servant of Innos for ages. He left us some years ago and turned towards black magic.
Ooh, great.
He lives in a
Black
tower in the
magic.
middle of the Orkland and concentrates on his studies. He said he would go his own way to find out what went wrong with the barrier. Wait here. I'll be
And with
back
that
in a
he
moment.
does with black magic. That makes absolutely no sense, but... And we follow him into the... Well, up and down the stairs, it seems. Alright.
Caristo was beside himself with delight. He said that you may go to Torres and choose your reward.
Okay.
Where can I find Torres?
That's
He
the
is
other
in front
question.
of the temple building all day.
So that
At
would
night,
mean
he is
here.
inside like all the others. But only magicians may enter the temple house, so you can only speak to him during the day.
Okay.
See you later.
See you later. Okay. Now Torres should be this guy over there.
Caristo sent me. I've passed the letter on to him, and I'm to choose my own reward.
You have done us a great service, and you shall have your reward. Choose carefully.
Well, I could get a ring of strength. I could get a ring of dexterity. I could get 3 spell scrolls, or an essence of the spirit. And since I already have strength ring anyway, and I don't need a dex ring, I'm gonna take this.
I would like to have the potion.
A wise choice. You have picked the most precious of all gifts. Drink the potion, and your power will grow.
Good. Now, let's drink the potion, shall we? These special potions are, by the way, marked with a special symbol on the bottle itself. So when we drink it, maximum mana plus 5. Hooray! Now we're actually better. Now we can drink more. We can cast more spells. Not too many anyway, because well, spell scrolls cost like I believe 5 mana. But we'll see. So anyway, when we come back after a little break, folks, we will have decided what camp to choose and where to join, and then we're going to proceed from there. So, I will see you next time.